Hello, this is Chas with Heirloom Leaves and Seeds, and today is a really nice day. We had some rain earlier this week, and the garden is looking very nice and refreshed. So I thought it would be a good time to take you around the garden and see what is blooming and what is about to bloom, and just show you what's going on. Here I've got some flowers. I had a custom order over last weekend, and it was for a little girl's first birthday party. And it was fun to be part of her birthday party with our flowers. So here they are, and I will show you some of the pictures of what I made at the very end of the video. So let's get started and let's have a look around the garden. Here we've got the hellebores, and we have some iris starting to bloom. Here's some woodland geranium, and we have a beautiful Japanese maple here. But yeah, these are always the first iris to start blooming. The peonies are just starting to form buds. This one will open up soon. I have some more here, but they're still in pretty tight bud. This is one of my favorite trees. I love these buds. They're so beautiful. But from far back, it's not a very big tree. If anybody knows this tree, I would love to know the variety. Here's a close-up of the leaves with some fresh growth. And then the flowers. Here is my Silkies. I let them out this morning. I only have a few out because some of my Silkies are fruity right now. It's been rainy here the past couple days, so today's mostly going to be sunny, so I thought I'd let them out for a little bit. Here is some blushing lanterns that are about to flower. And then I have some oregano over here. It's doing really good. Here we have got quite a bit of Sweet William. This is the main thing that is flowering at the moment. They look really pretty. I used some of these already this year for a custom order I had. But yeah, the Sweet William looking beautiful. That darker purple one in the back corner. I think these are really pretty. These are one of my favorite colors of all the Sweet William. And let's see over here. I really like these too. I think those are really pretty. I don't love the super bright colors, but I love the more softer shades. This is kind of funny. I planted some chocolate lace flower here, and I've got somehow a menagerie. This is a me, and then I have a phlox, and then chocolate lace flower. I'm not sure how that happened, but I have a little bit of all three right here in this little tiny patch. In this bed, I have some peonies. This is year 2 or 3. I think it's 2. I really should have. This one I did. I went ahead and cut the buds off, but I had missed these, and it was too late, so I was like, I might as well. Right here is a smaller one. I might clip that bud today. But some of these are pretty big already, so I thought I'd just let them, a little bit of fail in that area. Here, I've just let some random Bouquet pop up. I have this lone poppy. And then I have this huge yarrow. Let me go back a little bit. This guy is a monster. I had this one last year. And look at this. I'll put my tray. Let me zoom out. Here is my foot. It is just so big. It's so beautiful. I love yarrow. Yarrow is one of my favorite flowers to grow. Here I have another one that survived last year, and it is just starting to get some flowers on it. In this bed, I have a bunch of Scabiosa. I think that's a penstemon. Some random Bouquet here and there. I let them self-seed, and if they were kind of in a row, I let them just go ahead and pop up. The Scabiosa is just starting to get some buds here and there. Look at this, you guys. This is some celosia that is popping up. I had a really dark, well, it was from Floret. It was called Sangria, and it's popping up everywhere. So I might let some of those go ahead and come up. Here I have some rudbeckia. I have a row of rudbeckia, and then this is some strawflower. And this was an accident. I didn't think these made it. I've got just, well, no, it is more than 3. I've got that one, 2, 3, 4. I didn't think they made it from last year, but they did. So I have got rudbeckia, strawflower, and more rudbeckia really close together, and that was not planned. Then here I have some dahlias coming up. They're all just kind of popping up. Some of them did get some damage from the frost. Look at this. That's frost damage. These had it too, but the new growth has just came up and taken over. Here I have some year 2 foxglove. And these, I swear, they weren't even up yesterday, but they're starting to form buds. So very excited about that. And I have no idea what color these are. I'm thinking alba if I had to guess, but look down here some more. Last year they didn't do anything, so excited to see what they're gonna do. Then these are some Genova dahlias. I actually split this one into 3 and 2 came up so far. I don't know, maybe I didn't do a good job here. But we've had a lot of rain, so I definitely need to get out here and weed, because look at all these tiny little weeds. It's crazy how fast they come up. And then over here, I've got quite a bit of mint. Here I have got some echinacea, and really excited about these guys. They are doing amazing. These are phlox. And I have a few dahlias in this raised bed and more phlox. Check these out. They are just starting to get their flowers. Look at all these blooms coming. I mean, look at this close up. Tons of blooms. And then this is an experiment, doing a very small amount of gardening, vegetable gardening this year. And I've got some potatoes popping up in a raised bed. Now this is not very deep. I'm gonna have to add some soil around these potatoes, but they've come up. I've got to do some major weeding right here. I wasn't sure what this was, but this is Sweet Annie, and it is coming up everywhere. So here I have a row of, this is Status, but look at all this Sweet Annie that has popped up. Oh, so I'm gonna weed that because a lot of times whenever I let things just come up, it wrecks the future garden. So those are gonna go. So is this sunflower. I don't want any rogue sunflowers because they'll have pollen, and so no rogue sunflowers. You know what? Let's take care of this guy right now. I'm sorry, but no. Okay, so I have some little Status here. Some Nigella that just didn't do that great. Like this is all the Nigella that popped up. And then I reseeded it, and I've got just a few. There's one like right here and here, and just a couple down here. I'm not sure why I'm struggling with that. Same with money plant. I've got 2 out of a whole row. And I have some other small things. I think this is Cinnaglossum. And then I have some Larkspur right here. They're doing really good. They are forming buds, so they should not be too much longer to flower. I have got some Cosmos right here. And I don't know what to do about this guy. These are Feather Top, and I was kind of holding out, wondering if they would come back, but I don't know. This might be Feather Top. So there's some there. Now, I don't know if that has self-seeded and come up, or if it's from this mother plant from last year, because I'm noticing like little bits around them, but it doesn't seem to be coming from the big plant left over from last year. So here I have some Gypsophilia, and here I've got some Bells of Ireland. What? There's actually some tiny ones. Usually they're much bigger, so I'm not sure what's going on there. The plants are only a few inches, well, not a few inches. They're probably about, I don't know, a foot tall. Those are usually much bigger, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And then here is Saponaria. No, yeah, over here is Saponaria. Then more Gypsophilia. And the real surprise of the year is this Columbine. These guys are so pretty. Now, I have not had much success with these guys, but I have 3 plants. Last year they didn't do anything, but they're looking so beautiful. Look at this. I love this dark color. This is definitely my favorite color. But these are really pretty too. So no complaints from these guys. I mean, oh, so beautiful. I could just, I don't know. You can't get much better than this right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Here I've got some zinnias. I cannot wait for my zinnias to pop up. And then here's some dahlias. Cafe au lait. Labyrinth. Here's some more rogue poppies that just came up on their own, so I've left them. And then I have some more larkspur. Here is bachelor buttons. Can you see this guy? He looks like a really big mosquito. They have been everywhere this year. As far as I know, they don't hurt anything, but I have a ton of them this year. We probably need to deadhead a few of these. The first farmer's market I'm doing is this Saturday. So, oh, look how beautiful. I love bachelor buttons. I only do a small planting just because, I mean, look at all these stems. And they are a little bit finicky to get down there and figure out which stem goes with what flower. And so I just do a small batch. Here I've got some more Buplurum. And I have just a little patch of Orlea. They're so beautiful. I love these guys. There's nothing quite as nice as seeing some beautiful Orlea first thing in the spring. And then here I've got some Agrostemma. These guys got blown over. I was a little late getting them like staked and ready for bad weather, and they kind of blew over, but I think they'll be okay. Here is our pond. It's pretty full. This usually dries up, but it's pretty neat to see all of the wildlife that is here. There's usually a turtle around here, and every time I walk back here, he'll go in the pond. I'm sure he gets aggravated with me. But this is about to get weed-eated, unfortunately. But some crimson clover and some wildflowers popping up. But I have to keep it in check or it can get a little crazy. Here is some more Orlea. For some reason, right around this brick pile, they do like really, really good. So I'm just gonna let them go ahead and pop up. Here we have Viburnum. This is looking very pretty. I don't think this actually makes the best cut flower though, because these, if you look down in here, these tiny flowers, these right here, they will dry up and then drop. The bigger ones, not so much, but the tiny ones do. They look really pretty right now. Here we've got some smoke bush, purple smoke bush, another viburnum. I mean, these are so beautiful though. Took them 3 years to establish. They're finally not wilting at everything. They used to wilt so bad. Just when it gets warm, they would wilt. Here is some mountain mint I have growing by this stump. But it smells really good. It has a more deep mint smell. It's hard to describe, but it is a very good smell. I love that. I have some more over here. The first rosebuds of the year. That's exciting. I use so many roses in my soaps and all the things that I make. I just have one lily of the valley. This is our little wooded area. I almost didn't even think it was coming up this year, but it just popped up. So excited to see this guy. Here we have a wild geranium and some Solomon seal. And over here we've got This is called Jack Frost. Can't think of the name, but they have these adorable little blue flowers on them. And here is my big patch of Moroccan mint. So it is starting to pop up. It's about anywhere from 4 to 6 inches, maybe 8 in some areas tall. Use this a lot, so really happy to see this is coming along nicely. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!